So now that you're a little bit into it, do you think you're going to full clear?
No. I think the odds of killing Uber Elder is like 10% at best.
Aziz, you might have to log
Oh
here.
no! 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 Oh God! Oh my God! Oh God! No. Jesus!
Oh, you got, I can't.
He's losing control of the fight,
I
man.
can't.
And it's going to get worse before it gets better. That final phase is coming up.
Oh my god.
A minor problem with the character though is like we're playing no Leafy Shade. I feel like I need to without Leafy, we have to either go Rally Cash for Aziri stuff, or I think I need to use a flask, unfortunately. So we only have one like true spammable flask. MTX check. Yeah, I think we go Resalta Solaris, only one spammable, and then one burning, one CB. This gear set is like super, or this tree is like really offensive. Make sure we're actually res capped. Alright, let's get it. Uba. Charm check. Frenzy, wither that. Alright. Pray.
Your absurd defiance ends here, hatchling. Disintegration, cleansing, annihilation, incineration. The fires of 1,000 suns. The strength hatchling. How pathetic. The fires of 1,000 suns. Annihilation. Incineration. The hatchling surprises.
Easy. Getting that incineration cast before the first ball phase was super nice because I meant I skipped the first threshold ball phase. Only had to do two. I knew it was going to be an instant one after the first though, so we just do some damage to the dog log, get flasks. Oh fuck me, dude, spooky. I can show gems again. I did it before though. I have to do some stalling. So one change I made last night when I was asleep is I crafted the shield. And we're gonna play no Saffles on Eater because I think while wearing the shield I can tank tentacle attractions and auto attacks. I have to change my chest implicit from Purity Fire to Purity of Lightning. Easy. Thanks, Chris. We're gonna do that. Spammable, CB spammable. Topaz. So we're doing this setup with like one increased effect and one max charges, just so I can always have one flask up. And then we're playing this shield over the Saffles. Still playing Solaris, because there's no cold damage here. Still playing Rastata. We have a CB Flask to get rid of bleeding from Adziri. I don't think the build changes at all between these two bosses. On the passive tree, it's the same like full offensive, no Leafy Shade setup. Bro, my hands are shaking so much right now, it's really annoying. Alright, that's one thing I needed to get was the effect node here. My voice is quivering too. Bro, Exarch is fucking scary. Like literal full body shaking. Oh, not res capped. Let's fix that. 85. So Adziri Flame Mask, I don't think they one-shot me with 85 6.4k, but they might. Jung did it. How hard can it be? Jung got hit by a fucking tentacle that would kill my character. 3 Bro, I Hunter Exalted that. Hunter Exalts are 15 Divines minimum. At least in hardcore. Alright, so we got the effect, the max. Spammable CB. We put on this shield that's weird, but I think it's good. So we have 60 attack block. So basically we lost 23 spell block and gained 60 attack block. But when it comes to beams, as long as I'm pot spamming, even if I had 0 block, it'd be the same thing. If I'm pot spamming, I live the beams. But I should live tentacle retractions and auto attacks now. In theory. I think we're good though. This character, I'm pretty sure, is properly configured for this fight. I'm ready to get tentacle slammed and fucking die. Alright, I got Solaris for Slotha. Uba. Sub 2 minutes, let's go. Alright, now I have to decide Feared or Uber Elder. Well, Uber Elder probably kills us. Alright. I need to set up my character for Feared. We need to keep that. I'm going to keep Leafy Shade because Feared has infinite degens. We need Instinct to play the game. We're playing Malevolence, not Grace, for Feared. We don't need that. I don't need my Reflect Charm in here because Adziri doesn't have Reflect in here. I don't know if I'm going to play less damage over time taken or duration. Or neither, maybe. I like this setup. I don't need the Endurance Charge, don't need the Offering Effect. I think I'm going to have enough damage. There's like not even 5 life nodes I can click though, or more life nodes if I wanted to. Like we have this one here. This one here. There's not really more life. I could... Oh, that. Yeah, that's good, I think. Alright, I think this is the right build. I'm just gonna Paranoid, Verify, Suppression is capped. Playing double less damage taken from damage over time. Have all this stuff. I think this is all good. This is all correct. Arms are good. We don't have friendly charges here, unfortunately, because we're playing the suppressed stuff. Gotta bring the boys in. Just for emotional support. My 2 meat sacks. Running Fire, Lightning, Purities for Exarch. Flask-wise, we're playing CB removal, Curse removal, and Spammable, I think. And then we're gonna play 1 Granite and I think we go Granite Sapphire here. And then if I want, I can log after Shaper and change it, but I'm probably not going to. I think I did Topaz in Standard or some shit, but I think here it's Sapphire. It's like GMP Shaper Balls. I'm just going to tank them probably for a while. Like, I'm going to stand in an unholy amount of stuff and just trust that I'm going to live. With Defiance and Spellblock Cap and all my defense and stuff. I don't want to think, so we're just going double use on full. First removal, CB removal. This. I'm like exact Chaos Risk cap, so I need to be really careful about. Do I need the sticks? I'm gonna do that to get like a little more chaos res. Just so if I despair myself, I'm not as low. Brian King and Rastata, I think. No, there's a Ziri in here. We're going Ralikesh. He might spear me and fuck me up. Brian King, Ralikesh. Stun Avoid, Freeze Avoid, Shock Avoid. Chill Avoid. Some life. Some suppression. We got Leafy. Less. Now, build looks good. Gear looks good. Flasks, I believe, are correct. The Beard Maven releases all balances at once. Like with Flask up, I have like 28k armor, which is pretty good DR from 4th Vow. And everything. Keybind are all good. Pantheons are good. Ascendancy's good. Charms are good. Atlas is good. Namely, Vortex at Exarch, you're up there. Shaper's here. Elder's here. Alright, so Exarch is top right, which means as soon as I kill Elder, the plan is to fight on the left side of the arena. I'm gonna let Shaper slam me, and we're bringing him over here. So Exarch's top right, Shaper's bottom left. And we blast. Drop the sacks. 1 sec, I gotta... Why didn't that proc Bone Offering? Alright, so I'm going to Shield Charge, which is going to proc Bone Offering, and consume those corpses, drop the sacks down here, press this, do this. The sacks literally are going to do nothing, because Elder's not even going to be poisonable when I blow them up, but they're here for emotional support, it's fine. Sacks.
The long-awaited event is finally here.
Oh, fucking decay. I'm pretty sure Shaper's dead. The reason I got fucked up there is because Maven applies a debuff that gives you a 10-second decay, which turns off your Leafy Shade. It does literally 1 chaos damage per second, but it turns off your Leafy Shade for the entire 10 seconds. I think Shaper's dead though, right? Why is Cortex almost dead? Alright, so I'm accidentally killing Cortex instead of Zeri second. This is my last portal. We're gonna get rid of the Sapphire Flask and play an extra life flask. We're gonna play I'm gonna do this a little differently. We're gonna play one charge when hit life flask, just so we don't have the problem where we entirely run out of flasks. I think Cortex is like 1 HP though. Where's my flame dash at? I'm gonna get rid of Enduring Cry. And move Temp Chains over here. And get Culling on Flame Dash. Alright, fine spinners over there, nothing's weird, everything's good. Yeah, this is the last portal. Nothing's on T. Not quite gullible. Bro, I can't kill this guy. Alright. This is the first fight where I can say with pretty high confidence, this fight was not happening without Defiance. Everything else was Defiance wasn't really important. This fight, it was pretty fucking important. It was pretty important. Yeah, if I didn't grab the life on hit flask, I was fucked. It was so hard to get damage uptime at the end. Like 30% increased area makes it so much more hectic. Alright, so Uber Elder setup is mostly the same as the Feared setup. We need to get rid of this. Bring Enduring Cry back. Except we're playing Purity of Ice for this one instead of, I think we do it instead of Purity of Fire, and then we just like claim that we're not going to get Flame Blasted, I think. We don't need this 3-charge 1-hit Life Flask anymore. We don't need Curse Removal anymore. Spammable, spammable. Honestly, I don't need 2 spammables. I'm gonna just use this thing the whole time. Yeah, spammable, 3-charge 1-hit. CB for getting rid of Zeri things. And then we're using 1 Sapphire Flask with Harvest, Increased Effect Enchant. We're doing Harvest instead of Enkindling Orb because I need it. I'm only playing 1, so I need to be able to gain charges while it's active. What are we changing? Keeping Leafy, keeping this. I know I need to grab an Endurance charge. I don't think I need the 10% less on this fight. I think it's probably better to have one of these two. Probably this for this fight. A little more dam. And then I think we're getting rid of this life node here for Endurance. And my damage is so bad in the 4th Vow setup. Need it for Beam. I have Leafy for the Beam. This character doesn't die very fast to degens. I think I need the Fizz conversion though, unfortunately. If I want to have any chance of surviving an Elder Nova, I feel like I have to have the Fizz conversion. But the points aren't there for it. Except getting rid of life nodes for it. Maybe we just don't play mastery at all. Need 2 points. I don't see anything to drop except for two life nodes. I don't know how good this mastery actually is. But the thing is, if I drop 1 life node, I go below 6k. And once you go below 6k, it doesn't matter how much more life you drop. Because you're not over 6k. Alright, so 4th vow. I no longer need this Fire Chaos Craft. We can get back some strength. I just had that for Kestra's overcap for Uber at Zeri. We're playing Brine King and Ristata on this fight. I'll just do this. I've never run out of life pot Turtis in this fight in standard. I'll die way before that happens. We have this and that. 2 spammables, 1 of those. Restart the Brine King. The charms are correct. Suppression and crit. Poison, Wither. Life, Aura, some Biz conversion to hopefully survive an Elder Nova. Hopefully. If I get one shot by an Elder Nova, I'm gonna be sad. Check suppression. Yep, amen. Always check it. 100% without Revenge of the Hunted. Alright, Brine King, Restlatha. Charms, Zabaqua, suppression is capped, masteries are good. We have Leafy and this and this and that and this and that. Yep, looks good to me. Alright, this character I believe is properly set up. Swap Cole and Enduring Cry. Well, Cole's not in my gear. Basically, I'm gonna log out whenever Shaper's 10%, chrome this to green, move this, and put Cole up here. Get Omen. We already tried that. I tried to stall for an Omen. I spent like an hour just wildwood rushing. I saw 0 Omens, unfortunately. Yeah, the character, I'm like 99% certain, is set up exactly properly for this fight. We only have 1 shot. I'm going to intentionally tank so much damage in this fight, and I'm just assuming it's not going to kill me. Well, I'm assuming it's going to kill me. I'm hoping it's not going to kill me. Save us, Spellblock. Yep. Uber, Elder. Let's get it.
I may not putrefy, rot, spoil.
Dude, it's very strong rolls are going to cover the entire arena. Oh, hopefully I block all of them. That did a little more damage than I wanted it to, I'll be honest. I was hoping that was going to do like 4k, not 5k. One puddle, bottom right corner. Free. Oh shit. I have my hands off the keyboard. Never doubted for a second. I was saying from the start this fight would be easy.
Steel is starting a religion in your name.
BENSAIDISM.
BENSAIDISM.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm sure all the other streamers chats will enjoy that one.
How does this gauntlet compare to past gauntlets for you?
The bossing was definitely like some of the most fun bossing that there's been, at least in a pretty long time. Just because, you know, Ziri's new and like the mods actually kind of matched like player power like pretty well, to the point where like everything was. This bossing felt very similar to the 322 League Start race I did on like that garbage deity character, where like everything
Right.
like that you should get hit by barely doesn't one shot you, and everything you shouldn't get hit by, of course, easily kills you. And like that kind of structure is like right where I think bossing is the most fun because it requires you to like actually like play the game.
Yeah, how do you feel about the bans?
I don't like gem bans in general. Like I kind of get banning like DD last Gauntlet I kind of get, and like banning seismic, like banning things for viewer fatigue I feel like can make sense sometimes. Like if you were to ban SRS because
Yeah.
it won last Gauntlet, sure, but like banning for balance, like some of the trench gems that got banned this Gauntlet, I don't really like because like they're new, like no one's tired of seeing them, they're just maybe too strong. But the stronger offensive builds we have, the lower gear level we enter bosses with, so it all kind of balances out.
So what ended up being harder, Feared or Uber Elder?
I think Uber Elder was harder. I think Feared probably looked scarier, but the math checked out for Feared, and with Defiance and my DR levels versus the monster's damage values, like only a few things actually could have killed me on that fight. I was just always at half HP, but it was fine.
How important do you think the Defiance of Destiny ended up being?
I don't think I could have done Feared without either Defiance or Damnation, but that's about it. Like the one thing that it did do is it guaranteed that I wouldn't die mapping. But like even before I had the Defiance, I never really felt too in danger because Bone Offering, Necro, Block Nodes, like 40k armor, Bark Skin, Grace, like I mean the build is so tanky.
Do you think the Gauntlet should be harder than this or easier than this? Like if you had to pick one.
I had to pick one, easier.
Yeah.
Like harder means like no one's gonna fight bosses except for like 2 people. So like I think like fast races can still be fun as long as it's hard enough that it's not literally just a fragment RNG race like some of the gauntlets have been. Then it's fine. Like as long as it's and to be honest, fragment RNG races are almost impossible nowadays because of destructive play. Like it took me 3 hours to farm every single fragment. It's so fast. Says Herd, okay, make it harder. I think this is like the perfect amount of bossing difficulty. This feels really good. Like 90 max res suppression cap, flask up, and you barely don't get one shot. Because like my character for Exarch, I have 6.2k life and 90 res, and an enkindled ruby flask, and the balls do an average of 90% of my HP. If you make it any harder, the only solution is go Transcendence. And the moment you go Transcendence, the game is boring. Like, if any of you watched my Pathfinder bossing from 3 weeks ago, when we were testing, the way you fight like Exarch is you stand still and tank literally everything, and you don't go below 90% because like Transcendence is not really fair. And like I don't want to ever feel like like Transcendence Damnation is the only way to succeed, because it's actually not fun to boss on like a character that's that tanky, for me at least. Like if the monsters can't kill me, then it's not fun. They need to have a chance. I'm discrediting Quinn. No, I'm just saying that I don't want to play the game that way. I want to fight. I want to scrap.